Ahoy there, this is Dale, your librarian. Do you remember that library assignment where we were in the library and we went out and ran and grabbed a book from the library? This is going to build on that idea. You can just hear Saki just flopped down onto the chair. We're going to build on that idea. And our objectives, you can see them in yellow, but basically the objectives are if somebody came up to you in your academic career and afterwards, hopefully, would if they said, "Yeah, I need you to do some research, but I don't want scholarly articles. I want books because it might be like a boiled down version, or it might be a greatest hits." They might have the reason for that, or it might be better synthesized. There's a bunch of reasons to pick books. Could you do that? Could you cruise through the catalog? Another one is, can you find something that you're interested in the catalog? Another thing that we're going to be looking at specifically is getting your feet wet related to ebooks. Ebooks aren't like sitting out on the shelf, and they're not easy to see. They're difficult to market because there's so many of them. And so, how do we get you into ebooks and have you become confident with being able to track stuff down on your own? That's kind of my objectives for today in different words. So, first thing that we're going to do is we're going to find an ebook in the library catalog. But for today's library assignment, I want you to be aware that while the thing that you look up can tie in directly with Dr. Coco's class, it can also be a wild card where you pick anything that you want. So if you want to pick anything unrelated or related to Dr. Coco's class, the only thing that it needs to have is the voice of somebody who belongs to that community culture or has that identity. So I'm going to copy those words. And so let's do the assignment together. I'll briefly show you how to do it. So remember from library class, you can type in stuff here and hope for the best. But when we want to get more specific, let's go to the advanced catalog search. It picks from stuff, databases all over the United States. And so it's kind of slow sometimes. And remember that you can put in, specifically, I want the book to have one of these terms in there. So you just put in the or. And if you did a search right now, it would grab everything just related to those key terms. But we want books and we want to tie it to something that you're interested in. So I'm going to do cross country Do I do cross country skiing or ski? Let's do cross country ski. You know that little star right there? I think I did this in some of the classes last in fall. This means if I don't know if it's ski, skis, or skiing, I could put that little star and it'll grab all of those. Or back country ski. I'll do another star. So I don't know which one it's called. Is it cross country skiing or is it called mountaineering in snow? I don't know. This is where you would put in the keywords and the related terms, synonyms, maybe people into that search right there. Okay. Going in, fingers crossed. Ooh, I could have put in snowshoeing, couldn't I have? As you think of things, you might want to expand your search. So I want to do that. Snowshoe. How do you spell snowshoeing? I'll do snow show. Oh, I don't want. What happens if we put up snow show? Oh, it only gave us one more result. Okay. So building fires. Oh, look at that. A collection of Alaska LGBTQ short fiction and poetry, building fires in the snow. Okay. So that's like, do you remember what that's called? That's an intersection. So we have the identity of somebody who's into backcountry skiing and things like that, and we have somebody who self-identifies as LGBTQ. So it's an intersection where two different identities go together. That's totally legit. You don't have to find somebody whose sole identity is one thing. Looks like these are a bunch of guides. I was hoping to find somebody who's like found themselves out in nature. I suppose there might be some in here. Looks like these are just guides. Let's go back to that first one. I'll find one. Just for the sake of argument, if you see two versions of the record exist, you can click on that, and you should be able to pick between an ebook and a print book. If you can only find the print book, oh, these are both online. If you can only find the print book, if you really want to use that one, you're welcome to go into the library and grab that page. There's ways around it, but just for the sake of the pandemic, you can do it this way as well. Okay, I think I'll pick one of the two. So you can click on the online access link. Why do we have two of them? There might be two publishers who presented the same thing, or two database vendors, who knows? Okay, first thing is find an ebook. Okay, did it. Something I'm interested in. Yeah, got there. Show an APA citation. How do I get that? Right here is a citation generator. And there's APA. You can pick MLA. There's that. You can copy and paste that. Why did I pick it? I think I just told you. Any answer that you want to put in here is fine. But I'm interested in snow sports, but I think it's cool that somebody's other identities or other communities that they belong to intersect with this identity. So I think that's fascinating. That's all you have to put in there. You're not selling me a car or anything like that. So anything will do. Put a little effort into it. Don't say it's because it's the first one that I found. Put like act like you were interested. Okay, next one. Go to the table of contents and look at the chapter titles. Okay, how do I do that? There's two ways of doing it. One, sometimes the record has a table of contents right here. But a better way to go in, because there's a follow-up question that asks you to grab a quote, is to go to the ebook itself. When you click on online access, it'll give you choices. These both look kind of similar, so I'll just click on one. You may have to authenticate at this point, doing your duo authentication thing. I've already done that. And what you'll get, depending on, this is so, oh, I get it, it's ProQuest. Depending on what you are looking at, sometimes the table of contents will be down the side, sometimes it'll be right down the middle. So here it is. And it looks like it's narratives from different people. What are the subsections in Martha's section? Geology, 8 years, Roughnecks, correcting the landscape, remodeling, whale exhaling, one about Luke, looking for my snow sports. I lie down in the parking garage. I'm going to pick that one because it made me laugh. Why was it interesting to you? The title made me laugh. It can be as simple as that. Chapter title, Tired I Lie Down in the Parking Garage. Oh, it's a book of poetry. Okay, third one, what's a quote from the first few paragraphs from a chapter that makes a point? If you find something that's a creative work that stands on its own, where they're not making like an argument or a discourse, they're just having, maybe it's music, lyrics, maybe it's poetry like this one, or maybe it's literature, feel free to pick something that you're interested in. Oh my gosh, this one's really great. Today I float on stolen time, not awake and not asleep, though it's nice and quiet here in the chasm between a crew cab pickup and a meat delivery van with the window rolled down. I love it. And already I'm like, okay, so this is somebody who's in Alaska. This is somebody who self-identifies as LGBTQ. And all of a sudden, all these different themes are all tying together. And I've got like this funny quote. And I have feathers flying around me. Okay. Want to dazzle me for extra credit? Do everything correctly and with the full spirit. And I am free to be giving out a point here and there. So if everything's correct and you put good faith into the answers, I'll give you an extra point.